Yeah, this is it's a kit we got at SEMA many years ago.
Oh, we got that SEMA?
Yeah, I bought this at SEMA. This thing is pretty sweet. I use this all the time to solder wires together. So it's propane.
You get refills for that.
You just fill it back up again.
Oh,
It's like a cigarette lighter.
Well, you got something hooks up to it to do it, I guess.
Just plug a hole in the back. And it'll get hot. It's good for little shrink tubing, tiny wires. Put everything in, welding. Yeah, this thing's pretty good. I just filled it back up again. I didn't fill it up.
Here's the best welding flux you'll ever get. It's acid though, so you gotta clean it when you're done. You dry it up, so you gotta put water in it.
Okay.
So this will get in there and do what it needs to do in flux. Mix it up there, get some flux in it. Wherever the flux is at is where the solder goes.
Yeah.
So this is loose.
Yep.
I'm going to try to make it go where I want it to go. Okay, I guess the torch has been on the whole time.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, the bottles are on right now.
Okay.
Which means you got a lot of pressure. Move your hand. Go see the pressures. You keep wanting to lean on everything.
Well, I'm freaking broken, man. I can't stand straight.
There we go. That came online. The trick is to get it warm, but don't get direct flame. Of course, I got nice thin solder. Not want to go down.
So you flux it from the other side and then flip it over, or what?
I was hoping it would suck through, but it's not.
Yeah, that thing's still moving.
Steel doesn't want to accept the flux. It's going to do something now.
What's going through now?
Steel finally got hot enough.
Yeah.
Going through.
Yeah, the big old booger came through. Getting warm over here.
Cool off. hot.
Really?
Yep. Stick now. Where's that finger getting hot?
Boiling hot. And making bacon.
She's warm. Pull that. Solder there I gotta get rid of. Stuck it in the shaft, all I just did. Start a fire. That's probably enough. I can file it from there.
Yeah.
Alright, so that one's fixed. Maybe.
Okay.
My screwdriver's getting good and soldered because the flux is on it. Okay, I gotta get to work.
Ouch. Wait a second. I'm the one who's getting hot.
Is it too?
Must be my safety shoes.
Well, it is the bench, not you. That's how you get most of your solder off.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, now we gotta solder this up. Right, camera,
Okay.
up here. See the groove in the carburetor body?
Yeah.
You hear?
That ridge.
Yep. We're gonna solder that up, but not the big hole.
Alrighty. Probably should turn the light on.
Yeah, you probably should turn the light on, Joe.
Why won't come on?
That'll come on just fine if you hit it. Okay, so now we gotta get this thing warmed up. The problem is I'm holding it with it, I don't want to do a whole lot of things. Plug that and hold it over here. Perfect. So you can move the solder around a little bit, but can't quite. I have my glove. I can't get to it right now. These ones. I can pick up hot stuff for these.
Okay.
Eyes off. Couldn't open the door up.
Yep. Getting toasty in here.
Okay, so what I do, I take the solder. I only put it where I want the solder to go. Nowhere else.
Not where you don't want it to go.
Not where I don't want it to go, yeah. Then I put the solder out and get to it. Then you heat the body up, but not the solder directly. See how the solder already melts? Well, not solder, but the flux.
The flux. I was going to say.
Solder's over here. Once it starts to bubble, then you start going with this. Eventually it's going to go. The problem is you got to remember is where you need to fill the groove in.
Yeah.
Now, it used to be I had to use other things to do this, to cut it. Now I got an adjustable reamer and come in there and cut as much of the material I want. So I don't have to be so critical about the minimum amount that I put in. Whoop, that's too much.
A slightly large booger.
You can see how it goes right where the flux is, and
Yeah.
no real extra. Okay, hold that again for me.
All right.
I'm not sure if I went high enough, so I'm going to go a little bit higher with it.
I think you did.
I think I did too, but I'm just going to, doesn't hurt to make sure. Actually, I got an adjustable reamer, so it's easy to get it out now. Before, I didn't have a good way of doing it. Now I do. So
Just don't get any of that little tiny gap over there.
see how it just starts to melt right where you want it to?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's pretty good.
Just only when you want it to.
Nice. Okay.
So you can get a pretty damn detail in there.
You got to do the other side too, though, right? It had to be do both sides.
Yeah, I'm still putting a little bit right here where I want it to be.
Right.
Okay, I got a good layer in there where I want it.
Yep.
So I'll hold that.
Let me change hands.
I don't know what that door's wide open for. Okay. I'm flipping around the other side because I had a mark on this side too. Stay away from that hole.
Not much of a mark. Not as
Well,
much.
if I had some light, I can actually see what I got to do.
Not as much of a mark, but yeah,
Yeah, it's right there, just a little bit,
I can see it.
just right here. You know, if I had some flux on my screwdriver, would help.
You got a big old gob on your vise, but not on the screwdriver.
Yeah, you know, vice is a very important thing to have the vice done. Now, the carb's hot, see the flux is smearing all over the place.
Yep. There you go.
Okay. The key is never hit the darn torch where you want the solder to go, or the flux. It
Yep.
contaminates it. You can get the heat pretty close. You just can play around with it.
It heats up quick too, doesn't it?
Well, it's already hot. Now, you don't want to heat it up too much, you burn the other
Where's
side.
the light keep going?
You didn't want to. The camera's off?
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, that damn light not coming on. There we go.
Perfect, right in there. You just lay it in there real nice.
Got it.
It's taking practice where I got a good setup here. This flux, I'm telling you, is the best stuff in the world. Here.
Okay.
This stuff really, really works. Comes out of England.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get that from England. No place to get it. But it is acid. You have to clean up the water when you're doing it. It throws everything. And so you can see where you put the heat.
Yep.
Where the hot spots are, you get really hot. Okay, so now we go on the other side of the body. And we have the same thing. We got a little spot and a little spot. Now if I hold it right here at the vise, I won't be able to get the heat as good as I want. Just enough to hold it, don't get too carried away.
Show it. Yeah, you can just see the right small little.
Yep, a little divot on this side, a little bit heavier on the other.
Okay.
Same thing, get a little bit of this flux in here.
Still hot.
Yep.
Okay.
Now we got some angle here, so it's going to want to go downhill on me, which is going to make it a little more difficult. Carb's hot. Yeah. Okay, a little better. Angle helps a lot. See, the thin part of the body got hot first, so you gotta
Yep.
get away from that. Flux ran away.
Looks like it's getting more minutes. Look at that. Shiny. Shiny, baby.
See, if you had just a hand file that's all you want in there.
Yeah.
Because anything more than that, you're gonna make the body worse than what you started with.
Yeah.
Because the file's gonna cut the brass out, just like it will cut the lead.
How old is this carb?
Knucklehead.
Like,
She's a knucklehead carb.
3647.
Yep, that's what it is. I can't get it where. It's hot. Get out of my way.
Everyone knows that now, right? 3647.
No.
No.
It
And it's not a religious passage.
isn't, are you sure? Okay.
Of course, for some people, this is a religion.
The solder if I can get to it, or the fluxing. Yeah. Okay, you're in my way.
Flashlight. Let's show them. There it is.
Appears to be hot already.
Toasty. Make it nice and toasty.
Is that why it was burning my hand holding on to it?
Yeah.
Okay, not much light on this side.
Just tell it to start turning black, doesn't it? Acid's doing its job. That enough?
Yeah, it flowed right in there nice.
Okay.
The carb's up the temp, so the solder's real easy. You can fix the bronze on that, little holes in the body you can fix, porosity, same thing, just flow it right in there.
Yep.
The key is that flux, it makes it just, see how nice it just flows in
Oh
there?
yeah. Definitely.
That flux works good, but don't use it on wire.
Not a wire?
You can't clean out it'll suck up the wire, you can never get it out.
Oh yeah.
It's acid. It's going to eat it up. So now it's just a matter of letting it dry. Cool off.
Alrighty.
And then come back and I got an adjustable reamer if I can find it. It goes in there and cuts that out. If I can't find it, I'll be doing it by hand.
Yeah.
So we'll let that cool off.
Alright folks. That's it. Taking a break.
All right.
I'm out of here. Have a good evening.